If you have unhealed trauma, EMDR and IFS therapy can help you reclaim your life and see things totally differently. Hi, I'm Emma Coble. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and I work with clients in Denver, Colorado, in all of Colorado, and in Florida. And this is something I've seen time and time again. I work with a lot of overthinking, high achieving, perfectionistic, burnt out, and people pleasing women. Women who are feminists, women who are thoughtful, but nevertheless are very hard on themselves and have a really loud inner critic that tells them they're not measuring up. So if this is you, first of all, I just want you to know you're not alone. You're not doing something wrong because you have this. Like our society, first of all, rewards this kind of behavior and also is constantly sending you the message that you're not measuring up. And this is enough to put anyone's nervous system in overdrive and have you be on edge literally all the time and feel like you're not measuring up all the time, to have you second guessing yourself and thinking about all those little things you didn't get quite right or those things you could have done better. So in my 17 years of experience as a therapist, I want to say, first of all, I've seen so many people heal from anxiety and trauma that has felt like it's had a lock hold on them for their entire lives, and be able to do things differently, see the world in a different way than they ever thought they could. So first of all, one thing I will say is that many of the people who come to me have done a lot of talk therapy before. Maybe they've done some CBT therapy. Maybe they've, recounted their childhood issues and they're well aware of kind of what their issues are. So, trauma is not something that we can just talk or think our way out of. So we do not heal usually by just recounting our trauma, by just sharing it with another person. I'm not saying that never happens. Like that definitely can happen in certain instances and with certain people. But for many of us, trauma continues to live inside our body, especially if it has been something that has been repeated, especially if it's complex trauma that goes back a really long way, and it gets stuck inside our nervous systems. Because of this, we can kind of remain frozen and we can still react to things as if we are in that traumatic situation. So what we want to do is work with your brain and your body together, and this is where EMDR therapy is really helpful. It's a somatic-based therapy that involves bilateral movement. So this could be either a ball that I use in my office, a ball that moves back and forth across the screen. It can involve tapping bilaterally. It can involve sound in either ear. It can involve buzzers if you are in an office. So what this does is you have part of your brain engaged in kind of this bilateral comforting movement at the same time that the other part of your brain is processing through the trauma. And this allows your brain to be in a more relaxed state while processing the trauma. And it allows different pathways, different possibilities to open up and for you to be able to see trauma in a different way, as well as it's involving your body. Like it's a body-based practice where we're constantly checking in with what's happening for you in your body. You're also in a safe place while you're doing it. So your brain is able to really, truly rewire and get out of that stuck place. It does not require you to recount every detail of your trauma, not at all. Like you are doing a lot of internal processing. As well as something I really like to do with clients is integrate parts work or IFS into the EMDR healing. So if you are not familiar with parts work, I have a lot of videos about it, but the whole theory is that we all have a multitude of parts within us. So maybe we have one part of us that, wants to work really hard and pursue a PhD and, climb an academic ladder. And we have another part that just wants to like enjoy life and have fun and make friendships or whatever. And so, we have these different parts of us that all want different things. And where we often get stuck is that we will have a part that maybe is really hard on us or really critical of us, or we'll have a part that numbs us out whenever we get close to feeling a difficult emotion, maybe through alcohol or shopping or food or whatever it is. And so the point of IFS is not to what we will often do is like fight with these different parts and kind of be opposed to them. So rather than doing that, we want to understand them. We don't fight them. So if they're resistant to doing trauma processing, we're actually not fighting them. We're understanding them. We're understanding what they're protecting. We are integrating them into ourselves. And this allows, again, our nervous system to calm. It feels safe to do this healing. And one other thing I just want to say about all this is that I think it's really important to understand the cultural context that this perfectionism and anxiety come from, which is that women and people in underprivileged groups often experience this feeling of not enoughness. And this is because we live in a culture that places these impossible demands of us and sends us the message that we are not enough. Women especially have been socialized to be accommodating, shrink ourselves, shrink our needs, and really to prioritize others over our own boundaries. So part of what we do in this work is really removing that burden of self-blame and externalizing that for where it needs to go. So if you are interested in learning more about how you can heal trauma with these approaches I've talked about today, reach out for a free consultation. I'd love to chat with you, and have a great day.